Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Erica Shifflet-Chila. I am your instructor for Social Work 491, Section 736, Grant Writing for Social Work. I just wanted to record a brief video to welcome you to the course and kind of do an overview of the syllabus and the grant writing assignment that's required. So first of all, welcome. You can contact me and refer to me as Erica or Dr. Chila, either one's fine. So let's start by taking a look at the syllabus. Here we go. This is section 736. Anytime that you contact me, either by email, phone, or text, please refer to the course number and section number. I have a number of courses over the summer, and I don't want to give you information that doesn't pertain to your actual course. So please be sure to do that. My email is listed on the top of the syllabus, as well as my cell phone number. You can feel free to use that to either call or text. Either is fine. Email also comes to my phone, so I check that pretty regularly as well. There's sometimes I can answer a text message a lot faster than I can a phone call or an email. So if you have a quick question, that's usually a good way to get a hold of me if it's a media that you're comfortable with. You can read the course description and other things on your own. There is a required text. It is a proposal writing book by Coley and Scheinberg. It's a great book, and you can get it online on Amazon or half.com or something for very little money. So take a look at that. Some students are even able to borrow them from other students. So whatever works for you is fine. If you want to have a conference with me for any reason, we can either meet by Zoom or Skype, or talk on the phone, or meet on campus, whatever is comfortable for you or works best for you. So please don't hesitate to get in contact with me. If you've tried to contact me and haven't heard back within a day or two, 48 hours tops, unless it's over like a holiday weekend or something, please try me again and maybe use a different type of contact. If you tried to email me and you haven't had a response, maybe call or text. Sometimes emails get stuck somewhere, and sometimes text messages get deleted by accident. So I usually respond within a day, 2 at the latest. So if you haven't heard back from me, try me again. If you need any accommodations for a disability or just your learning style, please let me know. Happy to work that out with you. You can read the policies around academic honesty and student misconduct in the syllabus. If you have a religious observance that conflicts with any of our class dates, assignment due dates, etc., please let me know ahead of time and we can work out a different schedule for you. The last day to add this or drop this course with 100% refund and no grade reported is May 25th. The last day to drop the course with no refund and no grade reported is June 7th. If you do make a change to your schedule, please make sure to make a copy of your amended schedule to verify you've added or dropped the course. Our grading scale is typical for the School of Social Work, where 94% is a 4.30 is at 80%. So for the course, what we're going to do is write a grant. And we're going to break it down into a couple of different pieces so that you can get feedback on each piece before you move forward. So by the end, you should have a pretty good product. To go along with that, we'll have discussion forums each week that are worth 3 points apiece. So that's 7 discussion forums at 3 points is 21 points. On May 28th will be your needs assessment and goal statement for your grant. They'll be due. On June 4th, your logic model and program description are due. And then on the 11th, your evaluation plan and your budget are due. Then on the 18th, you're going to put this all together with some other pieces that like your cover page and things. And then you're going to post it onto a discussion forum on D2L. From there, you will go and, like all of the students will have your grades listed. You'll select 2 of your classmates' grants to review. You'll provide a critique on a form that I provide for you and submit 2 of them. That's where you'll get your peer critiques, 2 critiques at 10 points each. So that you're not only learning from writing your own grant, but you're reviewing 2 other grants as well, or another learning experience. There's also 9 points participation, which includes discussion forums, any activities I put online, responding to emails and things quickly, just being part of the class. Okay, we talked about the discussion forum, we talked about the grant proposal, we talked about the critiques. I think that's all we have for the assignments. Here's the course schedule. You'll see that things come very quickly. It's only a 7-week course. So week 1, you have a discussion forum due. Week 2 is a needs assessment and goal statement. 3 is logic model and program design. 4 is eval plan and budget. Week 5, your final proposal is due. And weeks 6 and 7, you have to work on your critiques. Notice that week 7 is really short because the end of the semester for summer A ends on a Thursday instead of a Sunday. So normally your assignments are due on Sunday, that one's due on Thursday. So make a note of that and make sure you plan accordingly. Okay, and one last thing I want to show you is the actual assignment description for the grant proposal. It's available in week 2 folder on D2L. It has the dates here for each piece. The grant proposal, and you can do this as just a general theoretical grant if you want. If you want to do some research on some potential actual funding sources for a real program that you're interested in or working with, that's fine too. And if you want some ideas about that, be in contact with me. We can work that in. It's not required for the assignment, but sometimes it's really helpful to be able to use the assignment out in the real world, either at an internship or job or whatever. Okay, the proposal has to be printed in 12-point Times New Roman single space. That's different. Most of us now have our computer defaults to double space, so make sure to check that. 1-inch margins, one-sided pages. Your proposal should be no more than 9 pages. That doesn't include the cover sheet, references, budgets, or other supporting documents, but the majority of the meat of it, 9 pages. And don't go over. That's not allowed. You have to use the outline, use the headers provided in each section, and points will be deducted for deviating from any of the prescribed format. This is not the place to be creative. You need, when you're writing a grant, if the funder lists specific requirements, you need to follow them exactly. So we'll start out with a cover page. You'll have the title of the project, a requested budget. So this is just a number in 1 or 2 sentences about what it'll be used for. An abstract of 100 words or less, a table of contents, and the list of appendices and supporting documents. These don't have to be submitted with the assignment. So you might state here that you have a memorandum of understanding with the school district for a new mentoring program that you're going to start. You can list it as an appendix, but you don't have to like make one up and actually include a memorandum of understanding. Then section 2, you're going to talk about the mission, the history of the organization, current programs and services that are offered, and provide some evidence that this organization is able to provide this new service or this program or increase their capacity in whatever way. This is when you talk about previously funded projects that were effective and worked, the history of the organization, the staff of the organization, that kind of stuff. Convince me to give you some money. That's the whole point of this game, right? Section 3 is the needs assessment. This is where you're going to use actual data to document the nature of the problem that you're trying to address and that the intervention that you're trying to use will work. Section 4 is the goal statement. In this section, you're going to identify 3 SMART goals, and we'll talk about SMART goals as we go through the course. At least one goal should be an initial or intermediate outcome, and one should be long-term. Identify the expected long-term impact of the program in general, and then identify 2 or 3 process objectives for each goal. Okay? Section 5 is a logic model, and we'll talk about that before it's due, so you'll know exactly how to do it in the format I want you to use. Section 6 is the program design. This is where you talk about the rationale for your program, the specific components of the program, how it's going to allow your agency to work collaboratively with other agencies or organizations. You have an activities timeline. This usually is a Gantt chart, G-A-N-T-T chart, if you want to get a jump on that one. And then you'll list your expected outputs of the program. The evaluation plan feeds from your logic model, and you'll identify expected outcomes or results. These are from your logic model. Identify indicators. These are what will be measured. What standardized tools will provide the data. So this could be surveys or report cards or court filings or lots of different stuff. Describe your data collection plan. State who's going to collect the data, what's the plan for completing the report once the data has been collected and analyzed, and then disseminating the results, sharing the results with stakeholders, and what resources will be needed to implement the evaluation plan. And then the last thing is a budget. You can use or should use the format that's on page 90 of the Collier-Steinberg book. It's a maximum 1 page for this budget. Include the name of the foundation, where you're applying. If you've made it up, just make it up on this one at this point. Include personnel expenses, identifying full-time equivalents, and we'll talk about that before we get to that point as well. Include operating expenses. Make sure you differentiate between a funding request and an agency in kind, and check your math, and then again, check your math, and then after that, check your math again. There's nothing that will sync your grant proposal faster than your math not being correct, so make sure to do that. Okay, so we're going to go through each of those pieces in more detail as we go through the course, but at the end, this is the final product that you will have. I strongly encourage you again to contact me at any point with questions or concerns. If you write something or a piece of it and want me to check to make sure you're on the right track, I'm happy to do that as well. If you need some ideas about where to look for potential funders because you're actually going to try and use this out in the world, I'm happy to do that as well. So again, contact me. Make sure that you include your course and section number, 491, section 736, grant writing course, and I will be in touch with you as soon as I can. Thanks. I'm looking really forward to spending the next 7 weeks with you and hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.